Hello, my FF1 League. It is almost March, not quite March, but I have finally found some time and I felt like doing a studs and duds list from the year. It won't be that elaborate because I don't think there really was that many stud or duds. There was a lot of duds, actually. A lot of duds. They're pretty much that you can easily figure those out on your own. I don't know. I would say I have toss ups on a lot of duds. The first and second pick of the draft overall were probably obviously duds. Now, mind you, a dud to me is a person that plays the year. Some of them can get hurt and still be a dud. Most people that had injuries and they're out for the year, you can't call them duds. Or like Andre Johnson, who was injured most of the season, he can't be called a dud. He's just a oops. But Adrian Peterson, first pick of the draft overall, in a lot of leagues, he's a dud. He was hurt for probably what 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I don't know. But when he did play, he really still wasn't that productive. Not as many touchdowns as he used to get. Got kind of shut down. So he's a dud. Michael Vick, second pick overall. That's a dud. Are you going to take him first pick overall again for your draft, Mr. Drake? I'd like to see you do it. Because he was a dud. I learned my lesson also. I took him too. Remember. But he was definitely a dud. He did all right, just didn't do great. I mean, you're looking at 373 fantasy football points is what he got, compared to. Let me look for somebody just so. Tom Brady 600. Tony Romo, he had 460. He should have done at least 460 then. He only got 373. So anyway, those two are duds. This is like first round kind of dud stuff. Um, McFadden and Jamal Charles can't call them duds. They got hurt too early. Chris Johnson, I really can't call that a dud at pick 11 because you knew he was a risk. You didn't know if he was going to be ready to play, and he did, but he really wasn't. If you look at his numbers, like, let me look here, sorry. Frank Gore, 250, or is it 260 or 257? That's how many points he had for the year. Chris Johnson had 283. Now, mind you, Frank Gore obviously was not a stud, but Frank Gore was only picked like was it six spots after him, 5 spots after him, something like that. So Chris Johnson to me right there is not really a dud. I got something stuck in my throat. I'm gonna do a real big one, and I can hopefully stop doing that. Ready? I think that might help for a while. We'll see. So anyway, I'm gonna go through my duds real quick, and then I got some funny things about it. Okay, so obviously Hawkeye, you had a dud with Adrian Peterson. Pink Taco had a dud with Michael Vick. Biscuit Butt, I think in my mind, taking Peyton Hillis, not Philip, Peyton Hillis, second pick in the second round. That's a bust. That's a dud. Uh, my favorite one, Ben Jarvis Green Ellis, third pick in the third round. That's a dud. Oh, there it goes. Deshaun Jackson by Pinky and the Brain. Now this is funny. This is why Pinky and the Brain had an unfortunate season. Pinky and the Brain, fourth pick or sixth pick in the fourth round. Deshaun Jackson, he was a bust. Pinky and the Brain, fifth round, seventh pick in the fifth round. Mike Williams from Tampa Bay, he was a bust. I think he was a bust because he got. Let me look for him real quick. Mike Williams, 157 fantasy points. Woohoo! Okay, then the next round, sixth pick in the sixth round. Pinky and the Brain took Dallas Clark. Can you say bust again? You did take Drew Brees, first pick overall for your team, which was amazing. But to have your fourth, fifth, and sixth round players pretty much all be busts, that's not going to make your season go well. Other busts, I think Darren Sproles, or not, did I say Darren Sproles? No, dummy. Santonio Holmes, 8th pick in the 5th round by the Doozies. I think he was kind of a bust. And that's kind of all the major busts that I saw. There were some pretty good studs that were like in the later rounds. Um, 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 um. There was something I was gonna say. Oh, well, okay. So Hawkeyes. This is why Hawkeyes went to the championship game. Might not have won the championship, but this is why he probably had a good season and went to it. He had Adrian Peterson, which was a dud. But he got Marshawn Lynch in the first pick, 7th round. That was a stud. He got Jordy Nelson, 12th pick in the 12th round, and then Aaron Hernandez, first pick in the 13th round. Three studs that he got in the later rounds that were top. These guys were like top players in the NFL. That kind of helped your team. Um, but other studs to mention, I see Darren Sproles, 11th round. He was taken 4th pick in the 11th round by the Dirty Sanchez. Nice pick. This is I'll save that one for last. I want to save the best one I think for last. I told you about those two. Oh, here's one by Pink Taco Plugger. 6th pick in the 13th round, DeMarco Murray. If he would have stayed healthy all season, that would have been an amazing stud. That was still an awesome pick. Um, I me I mean, it's not like a crazy stud pick because it was only a 7th round, but 9th pick in the 7th round, Matt Stafford. The way he played like a second, 3rd round kind of quarterback. Um, bad influence. 3rd pick in the 8th round, Jimmy Graham. He played like a third to fifth, well, probably 4th to 5th round first pick tight end kind of guy. Now, the best stud of the year at what round he was taken by Biscuit Butt. 11th pick in the 17th round. 17th round. Guess who it is? Take a guess. What position do you think it is? Come on, think. I'll give you hints. NFC, South, quarterback. I pretty much narrowed it down right there. Cam Newton. Cam Newton was the 11th pick in the 17th round. Oh my gosh. That's a stud right there. Pick of all picks to get. Now, of course, there's players that were taken obviously in free agent market that nobody even drafted. This is only about the draft. So that was my short and sweet. Well, I guess it wasn't that short. We're at 8 minutes, so that was kind of short and sweet. But anyway, I can't wait for the draft next year. I am planning on doing it. This draft. Let's see, this draft. Yeah, this draft I'm planning on doing at my house. Sorry. Um, in Lewisburg. It's only about a 30-minute drive for most people. For some people, it'll be about 50 minutes, maybe an hour. But it's just once that year, and it'll be a great time. You can bring your own beer, booze, coke, whatever, cigarettes, outside smoking, of course. But it'll be a good time. I had fun last time we did it. Make sure the AC's on nice and cold. So I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. We're only, what, 6 months away? I mean, it's right around the corner. So have a good week, good year, good season, and I'll be talking to you later. By the way, July 4th is when I draw for the draft, so it's also right around the corner. Go Royals, right? It's Royal season. We got a good chance to finish third in our division. See ya.